Have you ever heard of the seven deadly sins? So I want to talk a little bit about these because I think it's kind of amazing how the Pope worded this, and it really just tells you basically how dangerous sin is, right? Just to open yourself up to sin. So they are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. All right, so I'm explaining these. Pride is basically why Lucifer got cast down from heaven, right? Because he thought that he could be just as powerful as God, and the angels and everyone else should just worship him. So he basically got cast out. He got put out of his whole position in heaven. He was a archangel in heaven. He got put out of his position in heaven for that reason, right? Okay, so next you have greed. You know about greed, it a lot of times it deals with money or just something that you just want all for yourself, and it usually comes with like a selfish nature. You see what I'm saying? Where you're just not thinking about anyone else, you're just thinking about what you want, right? So you got greed, then you have wrath, which also deals with anger issues, violence, right? So, wrath, that's one of them. Then you have envy, which is also jealousy, right? Um, or what some people call being a hater, right? That's envy. Then you have lust. Oh my God, lust is so broad, right? Because you have lust when you just the Bible talks about lust, how you can just look on a woman, and that's basically sin. If you look at her in a sexual nature, wanting her, right? So that's lust, right? And then lust, it also pornography is something huge that's used by the enemy to have people lusting. Pornography, the stuff on the music videos and stuff like that, how the women dress, they're selling sex, right? So that's lust. Then you have gluttony. Uh-oh, gluttony. Where you talking about the food and the overindulgence of food, right? You got the sweets. Some people crazy about the meat too. But you have the sweets, and they've even proven scientifically that sweets are just as addictive as cocaine, drugs. You see what I'm saying? So sweets are very, very addictive. So that's something that can be easily deadly. The food. Then next we have sloth. So sloth talks about how you can just be lazy, laying around, just a lot of people look at it like depression, where you just lose the motivation to do anything. You're just laying around. You just done gave up. You see what I'm saying? You just want to sit on the game all day. You see what I'm saying? So that's considered sloth, when you're just not being diligent in some things that you should be diligent in. You see what I'm saying? Like you just passing time by just laying around. All right, so the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention today is because I like the way the Pope broke this down as the seven deadly sins. Of course, that's not the only sins, right? There are several sins, and no sin is greater than another, right? So I'm not saying that these are the only ones. I'm just saying it's important to know how dangerous sin can be. You see what I'm saying? And I also want you to know how easy it can be to be a lukewarm Christian, right? And when you think about being lukewarm, think about when you were younger or something like that, or now if you may catch a cold. Like the other day, I was telling y'all about 3 days ago, and I'm still not totally all the way over it yet. You can hear it in my voice. I felt like I had COVID. It was bad. Sometimes I couldn't even breathe. Like it was so bad. Um, and it just came on just all of a sudden. It was like sinus infection slash respiratory infection. It was terrible. And all I know is it had gotten to the point where I couldn't really even drink anything cold. I had to um start drinking hot lemon water to like soothe it, and it did help. Um, but I'm gonna tell you the thing that almost knocked it completely out, and these people are not even sponsoring or nothing. But look, this Mucinex, this Mucinex. Oh my God, hey, this Mucinex don't play. But look, back to the point. So basically, when I did when I did go ahead and drink the hot lemon water though, it soothed me so much. Like it gave me so much just ease from the coughing, so much ease from just the wheezing and stuff like that, right? And so hot lemon water is really really powerful if you're dealing with anything respiratory. But that goes back to the lukewarm. Now imagine if I would have just drank some lukewarm, because sometimes when I set it down, it would get lukewarm, right? So I would try to continue drinking it while it was lukewarm. It didn't even have the same effect against uh the infection that I have. So it shows you that God, He wants you to be a person that could bring healing. He wants you to be the person that can bring a change, right? A positive change of healing, of deliverance, right? You can't bring deliverance to somebody else or be a testimony of who He is to someone if you jumping from side to side. You see what I'm saying? You're wavering on your belief and on your faith in God, right? You see what I'm saying? How can you be a testimony of who He is or a good example of a child of the Most High on earth if you're lukewarm? One minute you want to be saved, the next minute you want to get down and dirty. You see what I'm saying? You can't do both. You see what I'm saying? We have to know how important it is to serve God every day. Regardless of our circumstances, we all go through something. And when the enemy sees that you want to serve God and you're genuine about your walk with the Lord, he's going to come to try to knock you down. But it's important for you to know that, whenever you get knocked down, which some days you will get knocked down, get right back up. Get right back up and keep going. You see what I'm saying? Don't let the devil have victory in your life to see you sweat or to see you turn your back on God. Because I'm going to tell you something that I know about God. I don't care what I've went through, where I've been, what I faced in my life. I don't care how my attitude was. The one thing that was consistent in my life, God was always there for me. God always either sent something to show me a sign He was there or sent a person to speak to me and speak life into my situation. So I want you to always know it's important to be on fire for God. Keep your zeal for God. I don't care what you face. You see what I'm saying? Keep your trust in the Lord, because I'm going to tell you something. Everything else is going to pass away, but He going to be the same each and every day.